welcome to Wizard World's Would That Fight Scene Work Anyways. I'm a Marling, a local-ish author, and performing with me today are two trained certified professionals. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Sydney Thompson. I'm from San Jose with St. Michael's Salto Arms. We do this for fun, and we actually teach people how to do this. We have no idea what he's going to read today, so this should be fun for everyone.
Hi there, my name is Tony Braz. I am also St. Michael's Salto Arms. I'm the fight coordinator for the group, which basically means I get people together to go fight. And again, we have no idea what's going to happen, so this should be fun. And first 3 rows of the gallows rows, so you're going to get splattered with blood. Just letting you know.
Do we have the first aid kit on hand?
It's in the car.
Well, we can staunch it until then. Okay, so for this first one, I believe we decided it's going to be a little safer down.
Yes.
Down
You read it.
Okay, so this first scene is from, well, before I read, this first scene is going to be from Legacy by R.A. Salvatore. All right, we'll try.
Okay, how much do you like this?
We are not attached to it.
Okay.
Okay,
Very good. All right. So you're advancing with your spinning death. Remember corkscrews.
Let's get it down.
Now you know the counter. You went to Driss. You are also going to the spinning rotation. Please, scimitars flowing up and down. So no. I feel your arms are more outstretched than that, though. I feel like think more one on either side, like a windmill, maybe. Okay, well, let me interpret this. Okay, I saw them outstretched like that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Good idea.
Scimitars are supposed to be a little bit shorter than this, so clearly that's the problem.
Okay.
Go back to the side.
You're coming in with your spinning death, and you're going to counter it with it flowing up and down. Okay. Let's see. Sometimes lighting sparks in the dark night, the metal screeching green and blue, mixing an indistinct blur. Driss moved right by each other. You're passing each other by.
We're passing each other by.
You're 2 sword fighters passing the night. The assassin. Okay, Intrary, you see that you've been countered, so you have to reverse your spin. 1 minute. Now, this should be to your advantage.
Ready?
Now, Driss, you see the shift. Very good. Driss, you saw the shift and came to a stop. Both, okay, I apologize. So you had reversed the tap.
Yes.
Now, you saw the shift and you spin the other direction and block both blades.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Very good. Very good.
You
Now,
almost lost your fingers. Sorry.
all right. It looks like you would have wished for this to have stopped, and an amicable conclusion to this, but no, in fact, Intrary is spinning the other direction. Let's see if I'm remember. Yes.
Like this?
Driss began once more, counter to Intrary, and this time, when Intrary turned his rotation back the other way, the drow, you're the drow, Driss is the drow, anticipated so fully that he actually reversed directions first. So Intrary, you're going to be reversing directions, but you will be anticipating reversing directions first. This should be, as trained fighters, I expect to be able to understand. So, okay, why don't you start spinning one way? You start spinning one way. Now reverse. Okay, I'll let. Now, okay. I think what you shouldn't get this nice pair. I think this is too clean. So, you're spinning, and you haven't come to the full parry stop. And then you're going to reverse directions, but you're also going to reverse directions at the same time.
Okay, so I got it.
You're spinning. I'm spinning.
And they're going to reverse
And then we reverse direction. Okay, yeah, I sure. Ready, go.
Thank you. They stopped in unison a few feet apart. Okay, so back apart. No, I think you can put your swords down.
Oh, that was fun.
That there would be no end to that spinning dance, no advantage to either player. Robert Jordan has a very distinct style. Now, some people have told me that they felt that this lyrical language is a little bit too hard to grasp. So trained sword fighters can definitely interpret this, but it takes a few more mental beats that perhaps people are willing to put into describing these, imagine these fight scenes. But it does give an idea that something's happening while keeping the flow of the battle. Any more observations before we go on to the next scene?
Oh, go ahead. Go. Which way?
Well, for the reader, I think what I like about the lyrical words is that in your mind, you can imagine any fight you want, and it becomes the battle you see in your head. We're trying to interpret the battle he saw in his head when he wrote it. So I'm not going to criticize him. I think it's just a style of writing that leaves some interpretation up to the reader, and I think that's actually good.
As I said, I'm a local-ish author, closer to San Francisco, admittedly, but I love writing fantasy stories, carrying people on journeys of imagination. My battle scenes typically involve mage fights, and even in this case, you will be a sword fighter, Shander, but you do have some magical powers. In this case, your sword is actually a huge, almost obelisk battering ram of jasper. You have the power to lighten it. I don't believe in non-magical, non-fantasy fights, but so in this case, you're in a tomb, so your ability to swing is somewhat restricted. And in this case, you will be a perfectly reasonable and honorable abomination, which is mostly crocodile and hippopotamus. So I think yes, your training is coming in full serving you out here. Okay, crocodile fangs burst from the gloom. Long teeth reflected violet light, gnashing at Shander's eye level. The thumping stomps of the monster sound more like the charging bull than the shuffling crocodile. It has to be as big as the passage, Shander thought, and moving fast. Shander, I guess there's a little more space between you, so yes, this is Shander. A little bit more separation. I know you're eager, So Shander decided he sprinted forward to meet it. Standing ground and trying to stop all that momentum seemed foolish to Shander. And actually, just pause for a moment. Does it seem reasonable that you would charge forward to meet this opponent rather than accepting the charge? So, is that?
I would charge an opponent.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it is pretty. I mean, this is a pretty lumbering, large mass of undead flesh. Pardon me, but okay. Now you are swinging the jasper sword not forward, because perhaps I wrote it this way. Give me a little bit of credit. I don't know if this is right. That you don't have enough room to swing it overhand, or maybe you decide that's not the best angle. So you're actually swinging it behind you. So you're going to swing it behind you and then arc it forward like so. So he swung the jasper sword back over his shoulder, letting its full weight carry it downward behind him. As he neared the creature, he had an impression of trunk-like legs, sagging black hide, and claws. We need, your teeth are coming to the fore again, so. Okay, very good. The maw bristling, we need the maw. The maw bristling with teeth turned sideways to engulf him. A bolt of terror and helplessness passed through Shander, then was gone. He could do nothing but trust in himself, his sword, and his fate. He had already begun to leap. So, in order to get enough clearance to get this long sword under you, you're going to leap into the air. Yes. Okay, the jump gave him the clearance to swing the sword underhand. He lightened it using his magic on it, whipping it forward and he remembered to release his spell to return the wedge to its full weight. The jasper sword snapped upward. Okay, now you're connecting. The jasper sword snapped upward and splintered the jaws. The force of the collision ripped off the crocodile's head and powdered half the monster's spine. All right. This next scene is going to be from The Great Hunt, Book 2 of the World Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. One thing to know about the Blade Master, his name is Turek, is that he has exceptionally long fingernails. So you can't represent this, but each fingernail should probably be at least 10 inches long. Okay, and then red is, of course, our hero, and before I begin this, I do need to, for those who have not read this series, Rand can enter a mode of higher concentration, which he calls the void. And, okay, there's Turok. Wait a minute. I suspected it might come to you and me. Turok spun his blade easily, a full circle, one way, then the other, his long nailed fingers moving delicately on the hilt. His fingernails did not seem to hamper him at all. You are young, Turok said. Let us see what is required to earn Heron on this side of the ocean. Okay, Turok glided toward him on silent feet. Okay. Blade rang on blade like hammer on an anvil. From the first, it was clear to Rand that the man was testing him, pushing only hard enough to see what he could do. So then pushing a little harder, then just a little harder still.
Rewind.
It was
Okay, push a little harder, ready?
all right. It was quick wrists, quick feet that kept Rand alive as much as skill. Without the void, he was only half a heart rate.
Rewind.
Maybe don't push him quite as hard. But we understand you all. I ask a lot of you, I know. All right, so Rand, you were always half a heartbeat behind. The tip of Turok's heavy sword made a stinging trench under your left eye. So Turok hit him under his left eye. No need to be too careful about this. There was disappointment on the Lord's face. He stepped back with a gesture of disgust. Where did you find that blade, boy? Or do they here truly award the Heron to those with no more skill than you? No matter. Make your peace. It is time to die. To avoid his heightened sense of concentration. Rand recognized the forms the High Lord used. They were a little different from what he had been taught, but not enough. Okay, pause. So you're now, as a trained professional sword fighter, I'd expect you to know this attack. Okay, the attack is called the Swallow Takes Flight. Okay, all right, acceptable. Okay, meets the parting of the silk. So you're doing the parting of the silk. Okay, Swallow Takes Flight. Parting of the silk. Very good. Now you're doing Moon on the Water meets the Wood Grouse Dances. So Moon on the Water meets the Wood Grouse Dances.
You got it? You missed.
Okay, well that's acceptable.
Dances.
It sounds like it's, I mean, with Moon for dancing, I'd expect some sort of footwork, so very good. So do you want to do that again? Moon on the Water meets Wood Grouse Dances. Wonderful. Okay, Turok, you're doing Ribbon in the Air met Stones Falling from the Cliff. Turok is so aggressive. It's hard.
Okay, well, ribbon in the air.
Ribbon in the Air meets Stone Falling from the Cliff.
Nice.
They moved about the room as in a dance, and their music was steel against steel. Disappointment and disgust faded from Turok's dark eyes, replaced by surprise and concentration. Sweat appeared on the High Lord's face, that's Turok, and he pressed Rand harder. Okay, here we are. Turok, you're doing Lightning of 3 Prongs. Meets Leaf on the Breeze. Lightning on 3 prongs meets Leaf on the Breeze. Maybe 3 short sleeves? Leaf, you're a leaf on the breeze.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Lightning of 3 prongs.
For us? Seriously? Okay.
But Rand's thoughts floated outside the void. Apart from himself, hardly noticed. It was not enough. He faced the Blades Master with the void and every ounce of his skill. He was barely managing to hold his own. He had to end it before Turok finally did. And now you're attacking. Turok's eyes widened as Rand glided forward. So far he had only defended. Now he attacked. Rand, you are using the renowned attack skill, Boar Rushes Down the Mountain. Every movement of his blade was an attempt to reach the High Lord. Now Turok could do only retreat. He could only retreat and defend down the length of the room, almost to the door. So you're pressed against the wall. All right, so I think, Thor rushes down the mountain. In an instant, while Turok still faced the boar, Rand charged. Okay, this is your finishing move. The river undercuts the bank. The river undercuts the bank. Now, the secret is, this is something which is so important, Robert Jordan even describes it in the next sentence, so we'll see how close they get.
Alright. I think I know what you're gonna do.
So, okay. Oh, yes. Yes. As described, he dropped to one knee, blade slashing across. He did not need Turok's gasp or to feel the resistance his cut to know. He heard two thumps and turned his head, knowing what he would see. He looked down the length of his blade, wet and red, to where the High Lord lay. Sword tumbled from his limp hand, no mention of the fingernails. A dark dampness staining the birds woven in the carpet under his body. Turok's eyes are open, but already filled with death.